near and far, dear to my heart. I'm Victoria with Aligned Soul Tarot. Welcome, Virgo, to your August monthly general reading. This will be for Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. As always, cross watchers, you're welcome. If this reading resonates, please like, share, and subscribe. All your support is truly appreciated. Please check out the description box below for all my services, as well as a brand spanking new Patreon I just launched. All Patreon memberships are only $4.44, and it includes all extended monthly readings for each zodiac sign, as well as astrology updates for each zodiac sign. Each month I will post a new and full moon reading, as well as pickle pal readings, live readings, and tarot workshops where we get to learn tarot together. You also gain full access to all recordings in the archive. Patreon members also get 20% off my services. That includes tarot and birth chart readings. 20% off is yours. Go check it out and come join my little community I'm creating over there. Now, Virgo, let's get into your August monthly. Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your August general monthly reading. With this reading, we will highlight whatever wants to come to the surface. If you want to follow me with the extended reading, I'll dive a bit more deeper into a love spread. So I hope that you follow me there. All that information, again, is in the description box below. This is a general message, right? So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. All right, Virgo. Woo! I feel like most of the collective, most of the signs I've been reading for are really being tested, pushed, right? There's a ton of retrograde energy, right, that's going on within the planets, right? Especially the big heavy hitters, right? The planets that directly impact our relationships and how we operate and function in the everyday world. I do feel like all planets have some significance, but Venus especially and Saturn are, again, those heavy hitters. With Saturn, there's a lot of karma that people are working through, right? And with Venus retrograde, it's a lot of karma around our relationships. Also, what we value, our money, right? Venus encompasses so much of our everyday life. It also talks a lot about around the way we love, our love language, right? The way we play, the way we create. So it doesn't have to be necessarily a negative thing. It's just that things are coming to the surface that might have been a bit hidden before. Especially for you, Venus is going to be highlighting your 12th house, which is a lot around the hidden unseen, right? It talks a lot about mental health. It talks about spiritualism. It talks about the subconscious mind, right? So it's a very introspective house. You know, it requires a lot of solitude to get through some of these hidden realms, right? So that being highlighted in your Venus retrograde experience, you know, there's a lot around your beliefs around relationships, things that might have been kind of pushed under the rug for so long within your relationship dynamics. It's coming to light, it's coming to the surface, or it's wanting to come to the surface. It might be, you know, throughout the whole Venus retrograde, which is over the next couple months, that you will be kind of digging up, right? Digging up those hidden parts of you that maybe a lot of people don't know about, right? It maybe even health issues, right? 12th house also talks about health. And also talks about like long distance travel. And maybe this is something that you've been wanting to do for some time. So yeah, be mindful around that and be gentle on yourself. Like I said, the 12th house does take a lot of meditation, isolation, time away. You know, you might actually be wanting more time away from your partner so that you can sort out some of these deeper feelings that reside within you. And don't feel guilty for asking for that or trying to find more balance, right? Even if you're married and have a family, you know, this is going to require you to find those moments of stillness and silence so that you can really listen to your intuition and what it's telling you at this time. I do have a Venus retrograde reading on my channel if you want to go check that out. And also I have a Saturn retrograde series where I break down what planets are being highlighted for each zodiac sign. For you, Virgo, if you haven't watched that video, the 6th and 5th house are going to be highlighted, which again, 6th house, there's this theme around health. You might be tackling a health concern of yours. Maybe a diagnosis is finally coming to the surface. Maybe you're finally starting to understand why you've been feeling, you know, the way you've been feeling around a certain health concern of yours. And with the 5th house, it also talks about family. So, you know, the needs that are required from you, you know, giving and being a mother or a father, right? That role that you play amongst the family. These things could be needing to be balanced for you. Finding a healthy balance between how much you give, right? And how much you also give back to yourself. Mercury retrograde is also happening at the end of the month, and it's going to be in your sign. So if I can give you a little stem of advice is, again, be very mindful about your words, what you're communicating outwardly, right? The 12th house, again, that influence is going to require you to be still, to process, especially with Mercury going retrograde. All right, Virgo, let's pull an oracle. Let's get this reading started. Let's dive a bit deeper into your energy here. This is for the Virgo collective. Sun, moon, rising, and or Venus signs. Too many. I need one, please. Can you give me one oracle for Virgo? There it is. You got 2. Lucky you. Unfinished Symphony. And Message in a Bottle. So Unfinished Symphony. When I see this card, thinking. There's a lot of thinking for you going on. I would say this Unfinished Symphony, this can be directly correlated with something that feels unfinished. It feels incomplete within your life, and that can be so many different things. Right? It could be career, it could be your relationship, it could be so many things. This is a general reading, right? So take what resonates for you. Something just doesn't feel complete. It could even be a part of you that just feels incomplete. Maybe within your relationship, it just feels like you're hitting dead ends, right? It feels like there's this void, right? This part of you that just yearns for something more. Something just feels unfinished. With Message in a Bottle, I think of the Mercury retrograde, like some sort of message, some sort of awareness that comes to you, that you're being served almost, and it's like, what do I do with this knowledge? What do I do with this? You know, again, it could be a health diagnosis. It could be just something that you're coming to terms with, right? There's some sort of message here. It could be directly from someone else. We're going to dive into the tarot to see what is this message about, Spirit, for Virgo. Okay. Right off the bat, there's a lot of people here. One more. Okay, so we have the King of Cups with the Queen of Pentacles. This is making me think of a marriage right off the bat, right? You don't have to be married, but that's what I'm picking up on. I'm picking up on potentially a Virgo that is in a relationship dynamic, that it might be a bit topsy-turvy at the moment. Maybe a bit like it's complicated, right? Both of these people are in reverse. So this is a masculine and a feminine. This could be represented in your energy, right? Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and then the King of Cups is Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. So you might be dealing with a water sign. There is some level of deception showing up here. Seven of Swords in reverse. It being in reverse signifies to me that something, again, is coming to the surface. Right, Seven of Swords is all about deception, right? Lies. This is also self-sabotage, right? Or someone sabotaging something, trying to get away with something, right? Being deceitful in some shape or form. When it's in reverse, though, I see this as whatever that was, whatever the case may be, it's coming to the surface. It's asking to be seen. It's asking to be witnessed, no matter how hard it may be, right? Especially with the Page of Swords, right? This is all about investigation, research, study, right? This person in the card is looking very attentively at an object, right? And their sword is drawn, right? So they're on guard. And they're a bit like, their facial expression is a bit stern and stoic because they may be a bit worried even. With sword energy, it can be very mental, right? A Virgo, you know that arena very well. You know, Gemini, Virgo is ruled by Mercury. So you can get really stuck in your thoughts. And this situation requires stepping into your heart, King of Cups. There's been a lot of mental energy here with the Seven of Swords and the Page of Swords. So with that message in a bottle, I do think, Virgo, that you're receiving some insight about a certain subject that has been on your mind heavily, something that you intuitively feel, Page of Swords. Something is being thrown off here. The Page of Swords is looking at that King of Cups in reverse. So maybe even questioning this King of Cups, right? What are their motives? Are they being emotionally manipulative, right? The King of Cups in reverse can signify that, right? A lack of communication, Eight of Wands on the bottom here. Your card, the Hermit, showing up as well, Virgo energy. I do sense that this is taking you more internal, right? Like I said in the beginning with that 12th house being highlighted, you're really having to maybe take a step back, you know, really think about and sort out what's happening in your life and kind of taking back control in some shape or form. Gaining some control again, right? Feeling like you have control. And it's taking a level of isolation, right? Some time away even to sort out your feelings with the Hermit card here. You're gaining some higher level of information, insight, right? The Hermit card is a very spiritual card. So it does tell me that, yes, you are doing the work, right? Or you really are being called to do the work, right? And coming to terms with things that are just not working anymore. Eight of Cups. Maybe people that are just impulsive and in and out of your life and not really offering much. Or again, feeling a lack of something, feeling like you're maybe in a relationship that just is not fulfilling. You're having to really dissect that and figure out why it is that you're feeling this way. You know, the Seven of Swords can be on you. It could be some level of self-deception, right? But it also could be something that's directly correlated with a partner, right? The Empress card is here, which I love to see this for you, Virgo, especially upright. So this tells me that there's such a powerful energy here. Three major arcana. You might be dealing with a Taurus, Libra, or Gemini, but I'm really sensing that this is more what you're stepping into during this time period. You're being called to really stand in your power, right? Stand in your self-authority. Again, taking back the control, pulling in the reins, like understanding that you have the power, you have the tools, right, to work through this. Even if it may be a bit shocking or alarming, right, you're able to move through this with time, patience, and also gratitude is what I'm hearing. Like really being grateful for what it is that you do have in your life with the Empress card, and continuing to fertilize those seeds, right? And grow and expand, right? This is all about growth with the Empress. So you're being pulled to grow past maybe your comfort zone. So it may be a bit uncomfortable, right? Letting go of past pain, hurt, or resentment. 3 of Swords. Potentially around a masculine. I saw the Emperor card there on the bottom. Speaking your truth, right? Maybe having to move out of the home. I saw the Chariot card. It's going to be different for everyone, but knowing what you have to do to keep growing and expanding, right? Whatever that might mean, always looking towards growth and positive change, not backtracking, right? Moving forward, right? The Magician, manifesting, trying to stay in a positive mindset, right? Even through the deception or betrayal that might be surrounding you at this time. All right, let's pull from the Oracle of Echoes for you, Virgo. Again, in the extended, you can find that on my Patreon. We will go a bit deeper into a love spread. There's so many other beautiful offerings there on Patreon, so check it out. Look at that, abundance and breakthrough. The abundance card, this reminds me a lot of that Empress card. Right, the Empress is very fruitful, abundant, resourceful. You know, this is telling me that you are a very resourceful person. Even in times of challenge, you are surrounded by support and abundance, right? Even in the smallest of places. And really pulling on that at this time to maybe work through some of the issues that are coming up for you. There is a breakthrough here. Right? There's major breakthroughs happening with these retrogrades. So be prepared, right? There's a breakthrough that's occurring for you. So just know that at the other side of this tunnel, right, there is something positive here, abundant, fruitful. Take time to breathe out. Yes, that 12th house. I just visualize you really journaling, meditating, having some alone time, you know, taking time away from social groups. Maybe this is a bit odd for you. Maybe you feel so displaced at times with that 12th house, you know, maybe you're so used to being more social, and maybe now you're really feeling like, I just don't want to be as social as I used to be. Don't beat yourself up. It's a part of the process, and you need to take time to breathe. All right, Virgo, I'll meet you over at the extended. If this is where we part, I'll see you next month. Be well.